Hello everyone, welcome to Royal Online Tutorials, the online educational channel. Today in our video we are going to discuss the psychology of narcissism. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video. What is narcissism, and is it good to have narcissism within organizations? First, let's start with the narcissistic personality disorder, which is a mental health condition in which people have a high sense of their own importance. In this case, they need and seek too much attention. They also want people to admire them. So all the people with such disorder may lack the ability to understand or care about the feelings of others. Moreover, the common traits may include a strong sense of self-importance. They experience fantasies about fame or glory, exaggerating self-abilities, exploiting others, and lacking empathy. We have all worked with people who have an exaggerated need to be the center of attention, an oversized sense of self-importance, and the limited ability to think about others. So it's very difficult to deal with such people as colleagues, but working with them as supervisors and leaders is also another challenge altogether. In the workplace, we can call them selfish or self-absorbed. However, such behaviors are becoming part of the concept of narcissism, which, when occurring to an extreme and in a persuasive manner, has been identified to what I have mentioned before, the narcissistic personality disorder, which may hurt at sometimes the working environment. Recent researches have suggested that two general themes of grandiosity and entitlement may characterize narcissism, and some of the characteristics of narcissism are the following. For example, a grandiose sense of self-importance and exaggeration of one's achievements and talents. For example, preoccupation with power and success, the arrogance, the indifference to others and self-absorption, the inability to tolerate criticism and fragile self-esteem, the desire to be the center of attention at all times, the sense of entitlement, exploiting others without guilt to achieve goals, a lack of empathy for others and the inability to understand the other's feelings, and trouble building meaningful relationships. Although these characteristics, when all present in excess, can be the basis of psychological disorder, we know also that narcissism has been used to describe a range of normal behaviors. So many narcissistic traits are related to characteristics of the leaders, including the desire to have power and influence over others and be in a leadership position. Several aspects of the construct are part of a healthy and confident self-esteem, whereas others may be related to less productive aspects of personality. So we can differentiate between positive and negative narcissism. Let's start with the destructive one. So when we have destructive narcissistic leaders, they self-promote, deceive, and manipulate others, responding poorly to criticism and feedback, blaming the others for their failures. Their apparent high degree of self-confidence and certainty about their decisions are likely to lead to poor decisions within the workplace, and lapses in ethics and personal conduct related to their exaggerated sense of self and entitlement. So, previous studies have linked the narcissistic arrogance to a deep sense of inferiority. So, this inferiority that such leaders are able to mask with self promotion and constant attention grabbing. So, one of the most negative aspects of narcissism when it comes to leadership is a lack of empathy for others, which, when combined with a sense of entitlement, can lead to dire consequences. On the opposite side, the positive narcissistic leaders may have an exaggerated sense of self and entitlement, but they use their self confidence, their power, and influence to achieve the goals. They are often charming and well liked. They can be a positive force for their group and their organization. So, here the research about narcissism and its link to other personality traits and leadership is new, and some findings suggested that the level of narcissism is increasing among college students, and the link to leadership has been established in the area of charismatic and transformational leadership. So, as a conclusion, we can say that each of the preceding individual characteristics and traits are playing a role in how leaders interact with others, also when in making decisions. Any one trait alone, or even a combination, cannot explain or predict leadership effectiveness. So, these characteristics can be a useful tool for self awareness and understanding, and can be used as guides for leadership development. Thank you for watching my channel.